Hello and welcome to Hosted FTP's Quick Start Guide. Today's tutorial is going to cover how to create and manage a restricted shared folder. Let's begin. Start by logging into your admin account or as the user that is the owner of the shared folder. Use the Fusion acronym to remember the procedure for setting up folder structure and user access. It stands for your shared folder or folder structure, users configuration, sharing access, and lastly, the notifications. Go to the Files tab and create your shared folder or folder structure. Our professional recommendation is to create a main folder for your entire infrastructure and then subfolders for your different users or clients. Remember the name of the folder you want to share with your user as you'll be using this information later. Once complete, head over to the Users tab to create or configure your users. The big Add button allows you to send an email notification to an email address so that user can log in and create their own password. We recommend using Add Username just underneath the Add button to configure this user yourself. Input this user's login credentials, and where it says name, input the welcome message. The best practice is to write client or username. Please go to the Files tab to transfer files in default folder. This will inform the user in the welcome message to go to the Files tab to upload or download. Now you can set the permissions for this user. Checking the Manage User Settings box will remove the Setup tab from their browser so they cannot change their login credentials. Select Full Access for read and write privileges or read-only access using the drop-down menu. User-level permissions overwrite folder-level permissions, meaning if you choose read-only access from the drop-down menu, if you decide to give them write access on the folder, it will not work. Set the storage quota to 0, and this is to ensure this user cannot upload or download from anywhere else other than the shared folder. Click Save, and now you can configure the advanced user options. At this time, you can also link an email to this user to push an email notification informing that their user is now active. Scroll down and review the advanced options. For higher security, you can force FTPS or SFTP for this user, and you can check the default FTP folder box to input the name of the shared folder we created earlier. This will force that user into the shared folder immediately upon login to help avoid confusion. Save, and now head back to the Files tab to share your folder with this user. Find the folder you want to share, click the Share button, add contacts again, and select the users you want to grant access to this folder from the list. Click Continue, and using the drop-down menu, select the permissions for this user for this folder. Read-only access, write-only access, read and write access, or read, write, no delete, so they are able to upload and download, but they cannot overwrite or delete any files. The last step is to set the notifications for if and when you want this user to receive email notifications. If you want yourself, as the owner of the shared folder, to receive notifications, you can check the Notify Me When Contacts box and select the notification option from the drop-down menu. Save, and congratulations, you've successfully created a restricted shared folder and shared it with the user. As the admin or folder owner, you can test a user by going to the Users tab, clicking the user of your choice, and clicking Login located beside the username. Log in using the admin password or folder owner password, and now you can log in as that user and see what they would see. Here's the welcome message we created, and in the Files tab, we automatically land in the default FTP folder that we set for this user. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, feel free to use our live chat for any of your inquiries. And on behalf of everyone here at Hosted FTP, we want to thank you for choosing us as your service provider.